The stock market is currently absolutely crazy about the next big thing, which is green finance. The most smartest persons in the finance industry, Elon Musk, Larry Fink, or Shahmaz Palihapitiya, are talking about that the next trillionaire will become someone from the sustainable energy front. And I talking about a very interesting stock today. So stay tuned, let's go green. So after you subscribed and absolutely smashed that like button, let me tell you, this is a sponsored video and I'm not a financial advisor, so I cannot tell you to buy or sell a stock. So use this information here in this vlog only to be aware about a certain stock that we will dive into today. So make sure that you understand the next big thing in the finance world, investing world, is green energy or sustainable energy, right? I mean, we are going into a climate change, which is a huge problem. And it's, the basic 101, as bigger the problem, as more money you can make, because it's very hard to solve these problems. And all the companies out there are about to solve the problem. So we're talking about Greenstream Holdings, which is a US-based company. They have actually plans to install 50,000 to 100,000 square feet of solar panels in New York City alone. So here you see what it is about, and let me show you what really big guys like Larry Fink, who's the CEO of BlackRock, the biggest asset company in the world, or Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, the biggest green company and sustainable energy company in the whole world, and Shahmaz, in my personal opinion, one of the smartest guys, are saying, right? So let's start with Larry Fink, when he was actually pre-pandemic at the CNBC, and he talks about what is green finance.
The climate change is going to require a huge energy transition. It's going to be 40 or 50 years. So we're not running away. We need to have an organized plan for those countries. There are countries too that are heavily based on hydrocarbons. For those countries, for those states, for those municipalities, our job is to inform them what we are seeing as an asset allocation. We are not running away from all hydrocarbons, because we do believe they play a role. We believe natural gas plays a very large role in the energy transition. And so we believe this is a process, not just, we're not stopping. We did make a statement that coal is not a good investment now. But the most important thing is, through that transparency, our job is to provide better risk analytics, better risk-adjusted returns with a sustainability.
But your letter effectively suggests that long-term fossil fuels will not be a good investment.
We believe in most cases fossil fuels will not be a good investment.
So as you can see, he is convinced that this is a very important part to steer assets to. Then there is Elon Musk. 10 years ago, he said the following about sustainable energy.
By definition, we must move to renewable energy. I think people sometimes, how can one argue against that? Because to argue for it is to say that we will eventually run out of energy and die. Or civilization will collapse. So obviously, we must find ways to produce energy in a renewable manner. The question is just how hard we should try, what pace we should go at it. And I think logically we should go as fast as we can, because since we know we have to get there eventually, it's better to get to a renewable future, a sustainable future sooner rather than later. Get there before we do the environmental damage, not after.
And yes, of course, one of the recent interviews by Shahmaz Palihapitiya, who is, very convinced that the next trillionaire will become one that's solving an energy problem or the climate change problem. Let's have a look what he is saying.
It was an energy company, and that eventually people would realize that climate change actually mattered. And it's taken 5 or 6 years for everybody to realize the same thing, and he's being rewarded. The world's richest person should be somebody that's fixing and fighting climate change. I think the reality is that Tesla is a distributed energy business, right? They are figuring out how to harness energy, how to store it, and then how to use it in a way to allow humans to be productive. Cars are a manifestation, but solar panels are as well, power walls are as well. And I'm telling you right now, Scott, the big disruption that's coming is to power utilities. There are trillions of dollars of bonds, of capex, of value sitting inside the energy generation infrastructure of the world that is going to go upside down. And when that goes pear-shaped, Tesla will double and triple again. And I think, I tweeted this a while ago that I thought the world's first trillionaire would be a person fighting climate change.
So let's dive next into an article that you will find a link into the description with all the information, also the ticker symbols, and they actually list a couple of very interesting points why they believe that the stock of Greenstream Holdings is interesting. So the overall industry is growing drastically, okay? They expect that this is one of the fastest growing industries till 2050. And a fun fact, they think by 2024, one solar roof will be installed per minute worldwide. Such a demand there will be for solar roofs. And obviously, they are also saying that the solar energy in Q3 2020 witnesses a 9% increase from Q2 installation. So this is, showing you how fast people are switching to the new solar power, which is in the end a very smart way to practically, gather energy, store energy, and even make money with energy, right? I mean, everybody can be contributor to the power network. So I'm thinking that, this is a very, very well thing of changing for our society to solar power. And let's dive a little bit into the chart of Greenstream Holdings. So let's dive into the stock chart of Greenstream Holdings. Guys, and this is a stock, obviously a penny stock, that you can buy on the OTC market. So don't wonder where you can buy them. It's a less regulated market where usually young companies goes first. That's something that you should definitely know. The ticker symbol is GSFI on the OTC market. And guys, this is the beauty but also the high risk of penny stocks. They can be super volatile, all right? This means that either one day you can 10x, 20x your money, but on the other side, it can go also very much into the other direction. So here you can see, if we were taking the 5-year chart, the stock was at some point at $27. We are currently at 18 cents, for one stock. So you see how it is. But to have a more realistic picture, let's have a look what the stock did over the last couple of months. And here you can see that it went a couple of, basically straight, it was at some point July 2020 at around 4-5 cents. We went up to 6 cents, then we up to, recent highs 0.8 cents. So, within a couple of months it's doubled, but then also lost, value back until 5.5 cents. All right, then we were pretty much flat. And then, towards the end of last year and beginning of this year, I guess, because of a couple of news like, Tesla and other energy and sustainable energy companies are having the time of their life. You are having here a very, very new government with Biden. You can see it here with the press releases, obviously, that this will push exactly this industry because Biden is much more for a renewable energy front in the US. So there's definitely some interesting triggers and catalysts there for companies that are investing into the solar space. And what will happen after that, nobody knows. But here you can see the potential, 5 cents to 18 cents recently, or the recent high at the 20th of January was even 22 cents. But obviously, again, this can also then, go down very quickly, very fast. Market cap is up approximately at $12.56 million. And yeah, let's dive into the conclusion of this beautiful, super sustainable vlog. So summarized, as always, this is a penny stock. So penny stocks can be very volatile. If this is something for you or not, let me know in the comments. I believe that what we are doing, the change of our world from being dependent on burning fossil fuels to going into the harvesting of the biggest energy source there is out there here on Earth, which is the sun, is the next logical step. Actually, there's a couple of, let's say, scales that civilizations are actually being, understand to be intelligent. So first they try to harvest, some of the energy of our planet. This is basically where we are, right? We are trying to harvest, water, we're trying to harvest wind, a little bit of solar, a little bit of, oil and so on. So we are in this phase. The next phase is actually to harvest, the most possible from our star. Okay, so we would put, I know this sounds a little bit crazy, but we would put, something around the sun to harvest the most energy. I think this, will maybe come in a couple of thousand of years, but you see how civilizations are getting intelligently advanced with how they harvest energy. So it's the next logical step. Is something great that we're doing for planet Earth if you want to stay here for a long time in the conditions that we can live on, because as always, things are vulnerable, and also the life on Earth has a span, and if we don't take care about our planet Earth, we obviously will have a shorter span on Earth, and we need to go to other planets, which Elon Musk is already taking care of. So let me know in the comments what you think, and make sure to treat planet Earth like it would be something very, very precious, because it really is.